Well, don't you love this? Don't you love being meddling? Don't you love hovering around 500? Don't you love, you know, not building off of the success from last night's walk-off? Don't you want to find a way to string wins together? It doesn't feel like that's the fact because, my God, the Phillies just absolutely dropped an absolute thud in the series finale against the Pittsburgh Pirates of all fucking teams. I don't care what the record fucking says. I don't believe the Pittsburgh Pirates are this good of a team, and the Phillies, in my personal opinion, the Phillies needed to sweep this series. They should have swept this series because I believe they're the better team. They're not playing like the better team. No. No, in hell they're not. No, in hell they're not playing like the better team. They haven't been playing like the better team basically since the goddamn season started. What are we, 16 games into the season? We're 8-8. 8-8. Yes, if you want to say the start this year, it's better than last year and the year previously, but why am I holding it to that standard? Why am I holding it, oh, at least it's better than last year. Oh, at least it's better than 2022. What's the point of having expectations? Like, what's the point of wanting to go win a division, wanting to go smack around and take the division from the Braves when they lose their starting pitcher for the season? It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Your offense can't be this anemic. You have way too much talent. Way too much talent in this lineup to be this brutal, inconsistent on a nightly basis. Probably brutal at the same time. Inconsistent, brutal, whatever you want to fucking call it. It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. And then they'll actually get the game where their pitching doesn't hold up and the offense can't find a way to come back. And this was exactly one of those days. And yes, also the defense behind Zack Wheeler was not good. Same with the rest of the bullpen. But that doesn't mean I'm going to let Zack Wheeler off the hook. Be honest with me. I want you to be honest with me. Did any of you feel confident in Zack Wheeler through this game? Did it just feel off? I don't care that he had 10 strikeouts. It just looked off. It looked flat. And yes, the main thing with this offense so far in Zack Wheeler starts is he hasn't been getting run support. But what happened when he actually got some runs on the board? He coughed up the lead in the very next half inning. Trey Turner hits a solo shot. First of the season. Great. Let's build off this. Let's get a shutdown inning from Zack. Allows base runners, and granted, yes, it was a bad throw by JT to second base. There was no reason to try to throw the runner out at second, but then it also showcased that Andrew McCutchen was running on the throw regardless. But that also comes down to the fact that you don't get into that situation if Zack Wheeler just has a shutdown inning. And then when the Phillies make it a 2-1 ball game, Zack Wheeler coughs it right up. Yes, there was a play at third base to start the inning by Alec Boehm that he 100% should have made. 100%. That doesn't mean Zack Wheeler is to blame for allowing the rest of what that happened in that sixth inning. It doesn't mean he's off the hook there. Okay, Alec Boehm made the mistake. The runner only ended up on first base. Have your goddamn third baseman's back and get the next 3 outs. Don't allow a walk. Don't allow a bloop single. Don't allow a fucking grand slam. Why don't you, Zack? With no outs. Didn't get one single out in that sixth inning. His pitch count was rising throughout the game. His command was completely off as the game went along. Off-speed stuff wasn't there. I don't care that he had 10 strikeouts. You're facing the fucking Pittsburgh Pirates. They're going to strike out. They're going to strike out. That's just what it is at the end of the day. But when you're giving them 3 passes, when your defense isn't holding up the end of the bargain, and, when you're just not being efficient with your pitches, shit like this happens. Shit like this happens. And yes, it's up to the offense to give your starting pitcher more run support, but this is your fucking ace of the staff. Shouldn't a 1-run lead, a 2-run lead be enough for you? Shouldn't it be enough for you to have a shutdown inning? That just should be the case, in my honest opinion. That should be the case for you to have a shutdown inning. Don't cough up the lead immediately when your team gives you the lead. It's just common sense. Have a shutdown inning. Have a 1-2-3. Or you allow a base runner. Get out of the fucking inning. Get out of the fucking inning. I know it feels like I'm throwing Zack Wheeler under the bus way too deep and letting the offense off the hook. No, that's not what I'm doing at all. But I'm trying to hold my standards to what the ace of the staff is supposed to do. And Zack Wheeler is the ace of your staff. And when the offense did give him run support, granted it was only of amount of a 1-run lead, That still should be enough for your ace to have a shutdown inning and not cough up the lead the very next inning. And that's just how it goes. I'm sorry. I hold you to a higher standard. And yeah, Zack Wheeler has been fantastic in his first 3 starts. This was his first bad start. Like I said, I just had that gut feeling as the game was going on. He looked off. He looked completely off with all of his pitches, his command, his just location on his off-speed pitches. He just wasn't competitive. Got in the way too many deep counts. Unacceptable. And then Seranthony Dominguez comes in, allows another home run. That dude's cooked. And I'm done with the Pinto experiment. It was fun what he did against the Reds. What was it, a week ago at this point? That basically throwing Pinto in there is waving the white flag because you're not confident in this offense to make a comeback. That's what it shows to me from Rob Thompson right there. It just does. I shut the game off basically after that 6th inning because I knew this team wasn't coming back into the ball game. It was completely obvious. You let Mitch fucking Keller, go 7 innings in this ball game? Unacceptable. The dude's not that good. I don't care that he has a streak of going at least 5 innings or something like that. Find a way to hit him. He has a over 5 ERA coming into this ball game. Find a way to fucking hit him. Sorry, I hold you to a higher standard. It's ridiculous at this point. Seriously, with the offense, it's really just been Kyle Schwarber, apparently, who is now a god against left-handed pitching, but is absolute trash against right-handed pitching. It's completely night and day right now. It doesn't make any sense from Kyle Schwarber how he gets on base 5 times against left-handed pitching yesterday's ball game, and then he just does nothing today. It doesn't make a lick of sense, in my honest opinion. Strikes out 2 times. Trey Turner was your best hitter in today's game. He went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a solo shot. So I can't knock Trey in this game, but, where has been this from Trey recently, throughout the first 16 games of the season? Where has this been? I would like it to continue. I can't knock him for this game because he was literally the only bat that showed up. Literally. Bryce Harper goes over for another putrid series for him. Yeah, I understand in one of the games in this series, he got unlucky, hit a ball to the warning track, got robbed out in right field. He also did have a shot that probably would have been gone if it was a warmer day out where he just missed the ball or something like that. At the end of the day, you got to find a way to get on base. You got to find a way to get those hits. You got to find a way to get the ball out of the ballpark, Bryce. I hold you to a higher standard than that. I don't care if you're dealing something with your back. I don't care or anything. I just don't. You're in the lineup. You're capable to hit. You're in the lineup. You're capable to play. Doesn't seem the back bothers him when he's playing defense at first base. Doesn't seem like it's bothering him. So why is it all of a sudden a factor when he's batting? I just 2 and 2 don't mix, in my opinion. 1 and 1 doesn't equal 2 there, in my honest opinion. It just doesn't. I don't think the back's fucking bothering him. He just looks off at the plate. Looks completely off like the rest of this goddamn lineup. It just is. JT Realmuto 1 for 4. Alec Boehm 0 for 4. JT Realmuto also, wild pitches in this game. Unacceptable. Brandon Marsh 1 for 4 with a triple. He continues to hit. Nick Castellanos had a single. Bryson Stott had a single. Rojas had a single. But look, 1 for 5 with runners in score position. Left 4 runners on base, so that just shows you how little runners they were getting in this game. They only had 8 hits. You had 2 errors. Look at your pitching. Zack Wheeler, 5 hits. 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks. Unacceptable. You can't walk 3 batters in a game, 10 strikeouts. That's completely doesn't matter at that point. I don't care that you struck out 10. The rest of your stat line looks terrible. In my honest opinion, 100 pitches through 5 innings. 100 pitches through 5 innings. Completely unacceptable from your ace. Seranthony Dominguez, he is what he is at this point. I don't think he's going to find that form that he had in 2022. I just don't see it at all. Every time he walks out there, just doesn't look confident. Does not look confident at all. And I'm afraid everything is going to go bad when he gets out there on the mound. Kerkering made his debut. Back from the injured list. Back from his rehab assignment. He looked fine. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 14 pitches. Wasn't the issue today. Then you threw Pinto out there for 2 innings. 48 pitches. 4 hits, 3 runs. 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Allowed a home run to Andrew McCutchen. 300th of his career. Of course, it had to happen against the Phillies. Because why not? Why not? Unacceptable. Get a 1-0 lead and a 2-1 lead, your ace blows it up. And like I said, I feel like I'm getting more upset at Zack Wheeler than the offense. Trust me, it's closer than what I'm actually like pointing out here. I just think that your ace with a 1-0 and a 2-1 lead, you shouldn't be coughing up the lead like that. We all know my thoughts right now on the offense. I wanted to share frustration on Zack Wheeler's point right there. And this, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I feel like this also comes to the point where, yeah, there's going to be those games where your pitching doesn't have it and your offense needs to hit. And your offense didn't do that, clearly, when Zack Wheeler didn't have it. So, what do I work with here? What do I work with here? It's just the fact that you fucking split a series to the goddamn Pittsburgh Pirates, a series that you should have won, a series that I thought you could sweep. And let me make this clear. You should have fucking swept the rug from them because you're the better team. You're the better team. Play like you're the better team. It's that simple. Play like you're the fucking better team. How do you not build off of the walk-off yesterday after coming back to win? How do you not build off that? How do you not get any confident like, okay, boys, let's keep this going. We got Zack. We got our boy on the mound, our ace on the mound. Let's get a dub. Let's get a series win. What's that Pac-Man noise, the dying noise or whatever it freaking is? That's what it sounds like, hopefully. Hopefully I was accurate to that. Unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. Embarrassing, honestly. Embarrassing. It's just... And I've said this many times on streams. What they're doing right now, what I'm saying right now, it's not a reflection on what I think the entire season is going to be. I do think this Phillies team does improve. That somehow that doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound right to me. Just work with me here. Just work with me here. Regardless of my grammar, this Phillies team, I believe they do improve. What I'm talking about right here, my complaints about, this is not a reflection on what I think the entire season is going to be like. I think this team gets better. I think the offense will eventually find their stride, and with the way the pitching is going, I feel like this is still a team that fights for a playoff spot, that fights for a division, top wild card spot. I think they get above 90 wins. I'm just tired of the slow starts. I'm tired of waiting until the end of May, early June, for this team to get going to where they go on a freaking 500 billion plus winning percentage, to where they get into the playoffs on that factor. It's just why can't we be a team that just gets off to a hot start and builds off that hot start and goes on a ride throughout the entire season where it's just a fun journey, Now, yes, there's peaks and valleys of 162 games throughout a baseball season. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. But boy, jolly, this team loves to have their downs when the fucking season starts. They love to put so much stress, so much frustration. Seriously, you had a sold-out crowd today. They're fucking booing already. Because deservedly so. They're fucking booing already. I'd be fucking booing too. Boo! Boo! That's what I'd be fucking doing out there. I expect better. We all expect better. This team is completely underachieving. 16 games into the season. Didn't think I'd be talking like this. 16 games into the season. I'm usually the guy that's preaching that, as my cat opens my door. That's funny. That's absolutely hilarious. That kind of scared me, but my cat just opened the door. So, he's probably going to pop in here sometime. But, where was I at? Thank you, Gizmo, for distracting me. The fact that... Crap, I completely lost my train of thought. Thanks, Giz. Thank you, buddy. I really do appreciate you distracting my thoughts. I understand you're hungry. I understand that this is almost your time to eat. I understand that this is, but this is me time. This is me time. Let me rant about the goddamn Phillies. Like, can I just rant about the Phillies? Do you want to share your mind, Gizmo? Do you want to share your mind? I guess it is the case. He's currently under me right now. So yeah, he's just walking under me. He wants food. It's almost his dinner time. He's got like a half hour, and once it gets to like an hour point before he eats, it's Jesus. Anything go fucking right today. Ugh. Sixers get their win, but they clinched the 7th seed because they didn't get an ounce of help from that. But, yeah, Sixers coverage will come back for the playoffs. Don't worry about that. I believe their first game will be on Wednesday, so that'll be fun at least. I just got a notification on my computer that's saying OB is disconnected and connected at the same time, so I'm not sure what that means. Hopefully the stream is still good. Yeah, it does look like the stream is still good here, so hopefully nothing else happened. I don't know what that was. Yeah, everything's going weird here. Cat breaks into my goddamn room, finds a way to open up the goddamn doorknob, and, you know, craziness. Yeah. I don't know what to say now. I completely lost my train of thought. Completely lost my train of thought. I just don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. Completely and utterly fucking annoying. Why can't we just be the team that gets off to the hot start, gets off to, 10 wins to start the year, 11 wins to start the year, 12 wins to start the year, even though I don't think any team is like that right now. If I think about it, I don't think any team started off that hot. Getting 12. Never mind, the Yankees did. The Royals of out of all fucking teams did, 10-5. The Yankees are currently the only team that has 12 wins. So, but I don't want to compare myself to the rest of the fucking league underachieving. I want to be great. The Yankees are 12-3. The Orioles are 9-6. Tampa 9-7. Blah 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 blah. Kansas City is 10-5. Braves are 9-5. I believe they just came back and beat the Marlins, if I'm not mistaken. The Marlins were winning the Marlins were winning in the ninth, and they blew the save to the Braves. Mets are 6-8. Nationals are 6-8. The Marlins are putrid. The Brewers are 10-4. Pittsburgh is 11-5 after this fucking series. Dodgers are 11-6. Yeah, there are a lot of teams that are under 500, underachieving, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be mixed with that. I don't want to be mixed with that at all. You're way better than this. You're way better to be this putrid. Way better than this. My God. I need to see a series fucking sweep against the Colorado Rockies. I need to see a series sweep. You need to sweep that putrid Rockies team. Putrid. What's the record? 4-12. Putrid. They're on par with the fucking Marlins. And now that I say this, I want to sweep. They're gonna fucking lose the series. That's what happens. That's how stuff in Phillies land goes. They'll probably lose the series. We'll all be frustrated. We'll say the season's over. That once we get they'll be like a game or two under 500, or be a game or two above 500 come the end of May. And once June 1st rolls around, there goes this fucking team again. Because why not? Because we love the fucking stress here. They love to make us stress. For what reason? I don't know. As my cat is still begging me for food. I see you, Giz. I see it, buddy. Do you want to share your frustrations on the Phillies, or do you want to just share your frustration on how you're not getting fed yet? That's probably the reason why he wants to share his frustration on why he's not getting fed. Well, you got a half hour. Gizmo. The stream's not going to be an extra half hour, but he has a half hour. Can't help that you only like one specific type of food to wear every time. It's just... Oh, man, here's a stat for you, boys. Here's a stat for you. This is from Bob Wankel. The Phillies aren't just 0-4 in Zack Wheeler starts. They've been outscored 25-6 in Zack Wheeler starts. Whew. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Huh? Now, here's a fun stat for you. Johan Rojas, in his last 7 days, he's hitting .429. Johan Rojas breakout. The Johan Rojas breakout. 6 for 14 over his last 7 days. Trying to cope. Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos are both batting 193, and Johan Rojas is batting 194. Oh, my brain. It doesn't make sense. Here's a stat from the Good Fight. Top payrolls in baseball plus runs per game. So the Mets are the highest payroll in baseball. They're scoring 4.78 runs per game. Yankees, they're scoring 4.8. They're the second highest payroll. Third highest payroll is the Astros, 4.67 runs per game. Fourth highest payroll is the Phillies, 3.62 runs per game. Texas, 5th highest payroll, 5.4. And the Braves, 6th highest payroll, 6.42. For the Braves standpoint, their pitching hasn't been good. And they go on here saying that it's not a manager issue. You can shuffle around the deck chairs all you want. They're not hitting. Yep. Out of all these teams on this list right here with the payrolls, Phillies are the worst in runs per game. Gotta be better. Gotta be better. Gotta be better. Here's something from Nathan Ackerman from Phillies Nation. Bryce Harper has struck out in 16 of his 54 at-bats this year. That is 30%. Just does not look good or healthy. Let's see. Baseball Savant looks really good. Most people would say that claims as being unlucky, but yeah, he needs to be way better. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else here. Don't think there's anything else. We do have a voicemail here on the Anytime Hotline. We should get to the voicemail. Let's get to the voicemail. If you want to leave a voicemail for anything in the future, or now, or a text message, you can leave it at 215-839-9885. Thoughts and opinions on anything. Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, anything. Right now, mainly Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers. You know, all that stuff. But let's get to the voicemail here. Sean, what do you got?
Well, no need for me to watch the 9th inning of that garbage. That game has mirrored the Phillies all year so far. I mean, what have we seen, not just today, but throughout the year? Shoddy defense, saw it again today. Terrible to non-existent offense, saw it again today. And I got to throw Zack Wheeler today into the mix. You're the ace of a staff. They give you a 2-1 lead in the 6th inning against that lineup. You shouldn't be going out there giving up grand slams to something named Jack Sawinski, a guy that's not even hitting his weight. Inexcusable. But I got to tell you, the most disturbing thing to me, the 8th inning, Bryce Harper's at bat. Watching him not run out ground balls tells me a lot. Bryce Harper isn't one to dog it. That tells me that this guy's back is a more serious injury than people may think it is, or that he and the medical staff is letting on. His injury to the Phillies could be what Spencer Strider's is to the Braves. In a division that's there to be won, if this guy can't go anymore, and when you have a back injury, that's very possible. I got all kinds of alarm bells going off.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that way, but I also have the thought process that he's making these unreal plays over at first base, and the back doesn't seem to be bothering him there. Yeah, the lack of hustle is an issue on certain ground balls for Bryce Harper. That definitely is very bothersome. He's driving the ball. He's getting hard contact. He is getting unlucky in certain situations. We do have to realize that, you know, when a ball just dives right at the fucking warning track in center field, when you're getting robbed out in right field, yes, there is some unluckiness, and there's probably frustration that goes along with it for Bryce. Yeah, I'm sure the back issue is going to pop up from time to time this year, and there are going to be days where he needs a day off because the back's bothering him or the back's too tight. But I've seen this man power through literally everything and still play at an MVP level. I understand your back is probably one of the most important things if you're an athlete, and especially with Bryce, he has such a violent swing that it's probably putting so much stress on his back. But I need to see. I'll see it when I hear something, and I'm not going to panic until I hear something. That's basically it. They're probably not going to tell us anything, then I'm not going to panic. If Bryce Harper comes out of this eventually, his back gets hot, then it's not a back issue. His timing was off. He was struggling to start the year. That's what I'll account it to. But yeah, right now you're allowed to, observe. You're allowed to think out loud about this entire situation, because right now this team is playing very, very, very brutal baseball. They're not a bad baseball team. They're playing bad baseball. That is the description that I would use. And here comes my cat. He finally got onto the desk. What do you want, Gizmo? Do you wanna share some thoughts here? There he is. Hello. Hello. You wanna share any thoughts? No? No, you just wanna look at the window? I guess that's the case. What do you want, buddy? Come here. Come here. Do you want to share your thoughts? Come here. Come here. Stop sniffing everything. Stop sniffing it. I guess he's camera shy. I guess he's camera shy. Yep, got off the desk. Ay. Ridiculous. That's what it is. No, it's not time to fire. Star Wars, what is Rob Thompson supposed to do when your team's not hitting? You can flip the lineup any way you want. You can flip the lineup any way you want. But when 75% of your lineup is not hitting, what can you do? What can you do? This is not on Rob Thompson. This is not a Joe Girardi situation. This is not a Gabe Kapler situation. This is the team not performing. What else can Rob do here? Instead of just believing his guys. It just isn't the case there. This isn't the case. What else? What else? Phillies struck out 15 Pirates today and allowed 9 runs, and the Phillies offense struck out 5 times. I don't even know how to describe that. Jesus. I know the main thing is going to be today, why isn't Zack Wheeler getting any run support? Why did Zack Wheeler give up a 6th-inning grand slam? Why did that happen? Blame goes to both sides here. It's like, I'm not letting the offense off the hook. I'm putting more expectations on my goddamn ace to get out of your goddamn situation. That's what it is. That's what it is. What's more anemic, the Flyers' power play or the Phillies' offense? I said that yesterday, Sean. I said that yesterday at the Flyers game when they had a 5-on-3 in the first period. I said, what's worse, the Phillies' offense right now or the Flyers' power play in totality? I don't know what to say. And here comes my cat again. Hello, Gizmo. Now his butt's in my face. Hello, buddy. I know you want food. I know you want food. I understand you want food. Can I at least get through the end of the stream with the live chat, please? God. Impatient much. Goddamn animals. Goddamn animals. It's just soul-sucking energy. Pull us in just to throw us out. No hits as usual. Well, they did get hits, man. They just didn't get important hits. Besides, like, Trey Turner's hits today. That was basically it. Should I just wait until June to tune into these games? If that's how you want to do it, man. If that's how you do it, you don't want to go through the stress of these first so many months. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Unrelated question. Is there any new video games that you are excited for? Not currently. Not currently. Watch that AI statue salute is accursed and Sixers lose big during play-in game. Their coach is the X factor. Hopefully that won't be the case. That AI statue, in my opinion, could have been a little bit better. I feel like it was too small. Just in my... You beat the Phillies by getting ahead of their hitters consistently. Throw strike one, the hitters will do the rest. They'll get themselves in. Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. That's what they're doing right now. They seem to be walking way less right now. They're gripping their bats too tightly. I don't know why they're gripping their bats too tightly through 16 games. But like I said, I think it comes down to what Matt Gelb described in one of his articles with the change in the philosophy to when you're bringing in new coaching staffs to help out Kevin Long, because they changed a bunch of their, assistant coaches in the offseason. They brought in new guys for the bullpen. They got in for the pitching and side and stuff like that. And they brought in new guys for the hitting side. And that brings in new philosophies, new feedback, new ways to tweak things. And when you're stressing out so many things, and when also Rob Thompson described it, that's also one of the things that Matt Gelb put in his article, to where they're trying to be selective at the plate, but they're also trying to be aggressive at the same time. And I think that when you're just asking these hitters who have been doing the same thing basically for all of their lives. Guys like Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, Nick Castellanos, JT. When you're all doing that, I think that gets them out of their funk, and they think too much at the plate. And they start to grip their bat too tightly, and they try to do too much. I think that's what's happening right now. Will they get out of it? I do expect them to get out of it. I completely do. Kyle Schwarber's way too better of a hitter to keep doing this, specifically against right-handed pitching. Trey Turner had a good day at the plate today, but he needs to be way better. Nick Castellanos, enough said there. Bryce Harper, obviously. If I look at the rest of the goddamn lineup, who else? If I just look at this lineup right now, just to see where the numbers are at currently. So after today's game, Kyle Schwarber's batting .242 with a .338 on base. Slugging his way down, .387. Trey Turner, after today, he's batting .302. It's just the slugging numbers are down. His on base is good, .371. He needs to get the slugging up. So right now, yeah, he's batting .302. Needs to be way more consistent, though. Bryce Harper, .190. .277 on base. That proves how much little he's walking and getting on base. Slugging, .397. JT Realmuto, .265, .321 on base, .388 slugging. Once again, the power numbers. Alec Boehm, .236. Average, .354 on base, which is shocking for him. .364 slugging. Look at the slugging numbers, man. .313 average for Marsh, .333 on base, and .625 slug. Now, I think the slugging numbers eventually come down for Marsh because over the long run, I don't know. Nick Castellanos, .190 batting average, .266 on base, .190 slugging. Still hasn't had an extra base hit yet. Bryson Stott, .224 average, .304 on base, .306 slugging. And then Johan Rojas, .189, .250, .216. Can we all state the obvious right now? Johan Rojas is not a Major League Baseball player? I think he can be. He's not ready for Major League pitching. He's got a dynamic fucking glove. He makes plays that some other people can't. Did you see that one play that he made in St. Louis? That's a play that most center fielders probably don't make. He has the glove for Major League Baseball, and yeah, he has been better at the plate lately. I don't know what that's going to turn into. He's not ready for Major League pitching. He should be down in AAA, seeing 500 at-bats, seeing AAA pitching. That's what he should be seeing right now. I don't understand. I understand Christian Pache isn't the best hitter in the world, but I feel like right now he's better than Whit Merrifield and Johan Rojas combined, and he has a good glove himself, I feel. Like, you have two guys that are on your bench that have dynamic gloves in Rojas and Pache. I feel like Pache right now is the best hitter out of the bunch. And that's saying something, but I don't even know. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. What else? What else? Oh, man. Let's see. If for your Sixers people, I'd rather call Crawford's kid up right now. Sosa's not a major league hitter. I think Sosa provides more than Rojas. If we're comparing Sosa to Rojas, I think there's a problem there. I think Sosa is more qualified. And Sosa doesn't play every day, so that's not the issue. Rojas is supposed to be playing every day, apparently. For your Sixers people out there, this is what you can expect during the week. This is from Josh Reynolds of SB Nation and Liberty Ballers. Play-in round will be against the Heat. If the Sixers make round 1, that'll be against the New York Knicks. In round 2, if they get there, it will be either the Pacers or the Bucks. Pacers have a shot to win since if Giannis is out, and in the Eastern Conference Finals would most likely be against the Celtics. As my cat is pawing my chair, stop pawing the chair. It's the other cat this time. It's Shoko, not Gizmo. But yeah, I think we need to call it all because now the cats are starting to be cats. Jesus. So, that's going to do it for today, everybody. Fucking frustrated as ever. It better get better. You better fucking sweep the fucking Rockies. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying here. Sweep the goddamn Rockies. So, hey, Shoko. How you doing? So, thanks, guys, for tuning in to today. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Great deal. Don't pass it up. This goddamn team. What are you going to do?